Good evening, welcome back. Shadowrun. We got a career tonight, so we are getting a Ricketa wrecked on Diet Pepsi. Oh, evening, Revenant, Christopher, Ted, thank you very much for 2,000 subs there. It was, without you guys, so. Evening, Bruce, from the FedEx truck. Yeah, hit 2,000 subs. I didn't really post anything about it, I guess, but I realized I just hit 2,000 subs, actually. It just got crept over. I took a screenshot when it hit my birth year, but then it kind of went to, I think, something like 1999 and it kind of popped over. So over 2,000 anyway. Huzzah! I'm a changed man now. I'm going to move into my YouTube mansion, all that good stuff. So thank you very much, Pixel. Appreciate it. So again, I'm waiting for all that cash flow to come in now, unrestricted. But yeah, it's a big milestone, I suppose. Finally getting up there, even though I haven't posted a lot of content lately. It's one of those things I get started on multiple videos and I kind of have to park it. Life happens, things like that. So I'm hoping to get back into making content regularly. We'll see how that pans out here now. So what Revenant's talking about is, thank you for finding that, but there is one of my first computers that I had, or the first real computer I had, was a Compact Presario CDS all-in-one. You know, the one square with the speaker grills and everything. And those have become very collectible lately, which is kind of a bummer. I want it for nostalgic reasons. It looks cool, too, don't get me wrong. They don't seem like they were as popular in America. I'd grown up in the EU or Europe. They were around quite a bit. There were several different models. I had like a lower one, 510, I think. It was pretty basic. It was 4633SX, and the one Revenant found is a Pentium 133, I think. So a little more powerful. They don't come up very often, and it's on eBay right now, but it also is listed at the somewhat eye-watering price of $700, plus you get to ship then a large CRT-related computer, which is kind of like a recipe for disaster, right? Yeah. And don't get me wrong, I would like to get it per se, but it is just, there's a lot of money for one single item. Unfortunately, timing is not great. Had it been other timing as far as finances go, I might have just YOLO'd it. But right now, unfortunately, like these things happen. They always happen at the worst inopportune time. Not to mention that it's probably more than I had ever planned on spending on a single retro purchase, because that's a lot. But again, it would be a Grail thing, but I'd be so stressed out about shipping it, because there's a CRT with a computer attached. And you just know one poorly packaging on that, one drop, and it's in pieces. And not only are you potentially out the money then, but also a very rare computer, so. We'll see. Yeah, no plans on buying it right now, but maybe I'll have one too many and lose all better control and judgment, so. But we're playing Super Nintendo tonight. Huzzah! Super Nintendo on the Mister, which, as I was picking the game here from the list of available, you know, you can go in here and select whatever game you want. See in the top right corner. I almost forget the Mister provides basically the entire library of SNES games playable in near hardware perfect form. And I forget how awesome this device is. I've touted it before. Excuse me. But it just, using it like this, you almost forget, like, wow, this is a really cool device. I'm glad I have it. So, yes. So, 400 miles to get, all right, that's commitment. So maybe one day I can get to that point where I do that, but not quite yet. But yeah, so we'll see the intro. We'll run the full intro here in a second. I'll reset the ROM. But for those that haven't played Shadowrun, I'm not sure how many of you have or not. Shadowrun is based on a tabletop RPG role-playing game. Like I have to spell out what RPG stands for. Evening Doppler. And it takes heavy inspiration from Blade Runner and all those things, but it is cyberpunk. But the difference with Shadowrun is cyberpunk with magic. So you saw she cast a spell there. There's magic in this universe. Shamans and spellcasters and mages and stuff like that together. So you have kind of like there's orcs and elves and all that mixed in with this futuristic dystopian cyber stuff. And I thought it was a very intriguing setting. I've never played Shadowrun tabletop. So what we're playing on right now, I don't really have a camera on it, unfortunately, but we're playing on the Mr. FPGA device. And the Mr. FPGA is a hardware emulation platform that will duplicate a console or computer, basically on the hardware layer. And what that gives you then is very close to, if not accurate to hardware, as close as you can get to hardware without having the actual hardware. Emulation, software emulation, is doing it through translation, right? You're translating instructions, you're doing that kind of stuff. The FPGA chip which you find in a lot of other devices too, duplicates the hardware layer, so you get a very, very accurate emulation, more or less. So I made a video on that if you want to watch that, but it explains kind of the basics on what it is. What it is just one small device with some accessories that lets you then have access to, you know, your NES, Genesis, Game Gear, SNES, PC Engine, or TurboGrafx 16, Sega CD, 46 computer, Amiga. The list goes on and on. And PlayStation just came out for it, publicly released, which was streamed a couple months ago. And Saturn is very, very promising right now in an alpha state. So that may be available soon as well. So we can play Saturn in a hardware emulation state. So Mr. FPGA, look it up. There's tons of resources on it. So yes, Shadowrun Returns is a continuation of the story. This character, the main character in this game, appears in Shadowrun Returns. Shadowrun Returns is part of a trilogy: Returns, Dragonfall, and then Hong Kong, and they all are more of a tactical RPG. So it's more XCOM style. This is more action RPG, and there's also a Shadowrun on the Genesis, which I've only played a little bit, which is totally different. It has the same name. It's not a port. It is a totally unique game that has a very different structure, but still a fairly open RPG. So then Shadowrun is, again, a RPG set in a dystopian cyberpunk future with magic, if you're going to summarize it. So, yeah, there is that part. So the developer for the Mr. Core, Sorg 320, is in Ukraine, and he's had to flee the country. And he is still developing, or he might still be in Ukraine, but either way, he is still developing. He's the one who released the Sega 32X core. He's done a lot of other good stuff for the Mister as well. And I hope him all the best. It's in that horrible, horrible conflict. So, yeah, I wondered about that too. We won't get Voodoo 1 on Mister. I doubt that. But I was thinking, I think, could you FPGA duplicate a Voodoo card? Like, you could probably do that, right? If you duplicate the chips on the Voodoo, it's possible, right? But the question is the effort involved and the interest of making that happen. But I think a reproduction Voodoo 1 card would do quite well, but you gotta reverse engineer the whole chip, right? So, what is the chip on the Voodoo 1 card? Like, I feel like it's technically possible, but just a matter of price, efficiency, and everything. The reason the Mr. FPGA is so popular because it uses the D10 Nano board, which is subsidized from Intel for education purposes. So it's cheap in relation to what the actual FPGA chip costs. Like, the board is cheaper than the actual chip on it. So, yeah. If you enjoy some Shadowrun Returns, definitely check this game out. It's a rough around the edges by today's standards, but it is where this came from. There's a ton of inspiration in Shadowrun Returns from this game. I played this and really loved it. Set in Seattle of 2050. Just like this. This is Seattle in 2050. We will reset it. So you can see the intro in all its glory here. So yeah, 1993. I do have the cartridge here, the Super Nintendo one. And I have the rental case from Sweden. The year is 2050, and that megaplexes are monsters. Yeah, that's dystopian future, corporations, and all that stuff. So, yeah, exactly. There's a lot to duplicate. For those that haven't seen this, it's a rental case from Sweden. So this would have been like a rental case that you would have basically picked up from the shelf and then got in your PAL game. PAL. The one true SNES. Yeah, this is... So put that in perspective when we played this game. Like, when did this come out? And what's the era? Because 93... I feel this game was pretty forward-looking. It's pretty advanced, complex, and like, you don't think of that as Super Nintendo games that often, but it's got a lot going for it. Stereophonic. Monophonic. Well, fortunately, since my parents own the place, hopefully not at all, so... Yes, you can buy a Mister, so... Not to toot that, if you will, but you may want to check out my video. Otherwise, you can check out MrFPGA.org. There is a wiki for it. And the Mister device is really... it's hard to summarize it in a quick thing. My video is like 15 minutes, and it goes through kind of the basics of it. Feel free to watch that if you want. But otherwise, it's like, you can buy it. You basically buy the development board. Now, that's like $200 at least, so keep that in mind. You then have to buy any other add-ons you want, like a memory module on it, a USB expansion, things like that. You're probably going to end up, 300 plus quite easily. But if you look at all the stuff it does, it's basically like having flash cards for like every 8-bit and 16-bit and portable system you can imagine, including things like Neo Geo, right? That's expensive to get into, but this runs it at basically the real experience. So I'm playing it on using one of these 8-bit DOE SNES controllers, and the lag is virtually nil because it is hardware emulation, not software emulation. And it allows you to really shrink down the lag time between a button press, and it feels like the real thing. Like, I forget I'm not playing on the real thing doing this. We're gonna start a new game. You start in a morgue. Hey, Milton. Yeah, I really want to play the Genesis one, and I feel bad not having played it as much as I love this one. I tried to play it a couple times. It's very different, like, at least from my scratching the surface of that game. It seems to be more like, even more open-ended RPG, and like you take missions and stuff like that. This is a little more linear. There's some expansive stuff you can explore, but otherwise, kicking a soundtrack too. It is very open. The Genesis one, I think, so. Yeah, it is really cool, and I think that, for me, like, it's probably my favorite retro purchase I've done in the last 10 years, because it does so much. With some basic add-ons on it, you can... I'm playing on a CRT now. I wish I had the other camera rigged up. Unfortunately, I don't, but I'm playing this on a CRT. You're watching the stream on HDMI, so I have RGB out and HDMI, and allows me to get crystal clear capture and also play on a tube TV pretty easily, and it just generally works. It just works really well, so I don't want to oversell the project, but I definitely recommend checking it out. There's a lot to learn about it, but on the basic part of it is you buy the development board, the memory module, and a USB dongle, and that's the basic what you need to run. You can then expand from there, so... Damn, the saline bastards are gonna pay for shooting up my ride. So, we are basically in an action or RPG isometric view field and everything. The difference is that you have stats. There is things to do. I can examine here. The Matchbox is a wasteland club. So you're basically waking up on a morgue with no memory. You have no idea what happened. And you can do actions. I don't have a gun yet. You can examine things, like here. Armitage. That's probably me. Oh, a paper fell out. I'm going to pick it up. And there's interactivity going on like that. Warehouse number 5. Is equal to Mambo number 5. So yeah, well, Doppler called out here now, and feel free to, point out things I missed. I played this game a lot, but I also haven't played it in a long time, so I'm sure I'll miss things. And the thing with it's fairly open-ended in some ways how you tackle some objectives, so I may not have the most efficient route in mind. You can deviate and get around the game. You can beat different sections in different ways, which leads itself to pretty cool paths and replayability. But what Revenant, or what Doppler's talking about here, look at the little scalper there. Well, I should probably pick that up. And we're going to open this and take a look here. Ooh. Any slap patch? Anything here? Nope. There you go. I'll close that. I also saw this funny here. You open it and they're like, oh, it's alive! Hello? Door's locked from the inside. So now they won't... Nobody in here but us mice. It is... there are no scan lines on right now, so I actually tested this. Last night, I actually enabled scan lines on the Mister, and I did a capture test. I recorded a live session, private, and then watched it again. Recording at 1080p, the scan lines can look very good. There's no denying that. I was able to basically record this at 1080p like I am now, and I smacked that into OBS and all that stuff, and I uploaded it to YouTube. And even after YouTube had its way with it, which it often does, recompressing it and re-encoding it, the scan lines looked great at 1080p exactly. So if you had a maximized window or something, it looked fine. But when I watched it on my phone, you could see during big splotches of gray in the background, the scan lines just went haywire. because the compression algorithm that YouTube applies basically re-encodes the video, right? So then scan lines that are even normally get smushed around if you're watching on a phone or if you're watching on a 4K monitor, whatever it might be. So sadly, not really an option to enable scan lines. They might look good for you particularly, but then if you resize it, it might look horrible. So that's the kicker with that. You could say like, hey, for best experience, watch this in 1080p, fine. But for now, I'm playing without scan lines, so. Here's another big section of this game. Conversations. You actually talk to people, talk to strangers, and you need to get keywords. You can see Hitman there is lit up. So this person then talked to me, and now I learned a new keyword I can ask about. I can also talk and say, your crate's here on your face again. You better get smart like me and pack a firearm or you'll wind up dead. So I can ask about firearm. I ain't got no time to talk to a corpse. If those guys find you, I was with you. I'll be creamed too. Hitman. They want you dead. So you woke up in a morgue, had no memory, someone put a hit on you, and you're basically a Shadowrunner. And Shadowrunner is a mercenary in the cyber digital age. You do contract jobs, usually murder for hire, or hack into cyberspace, which we'll do as well. So this game has shooting, RPG, talk elements, stats, leveling, cyber hacking, and a big storyline, all on the SNES. So this version of Shadowrun is unique to SNES. This was not ported to anything else. They don't have it on Genesis, which is its own complete unique game. So I better follow that dude wherever he's going. So right now I have no weapons. I have nothing. And as you run around, there'll be little combat scenarios that pop up and people shooting at you, and I can't do anything yet because, again, I don't have a gun, but... Oh, they shot that guy. No, but it looks like he dropped something. There, picked up a gun. Oops. Forgot I gotta equip the gun first. This is a RPG. Weapon. Use. Now, my A button becomes a reticle or target I can actually shoot. It is different in the sense that it's still an RPG, but it's, I think... I haven't played it much. Oh, okay, a leather jacket. I'll take that. It is more open mission-based, I think. It's definitely not an action game. It's very similar in that sense, but it's completely top-down. And then, let's see, we have armor, leather jacket. We're going to use that to give us a little extra armor. You see at the bottom there now we have a spell, no spell, we have weapon, and then leather jacket with 1. Nothing special here except the body. Ooh. Strange feeling about those eyes. It's a dog. Why is the dog talking? Nice. Voodoo 2 is the one to do. Dog controls your destiny. Seek out 3 items in his favor and then seek his shrine. Grr. Okay. So you learn keywords that you have to learn, otherwise you might not unlock dialogue. The newsboard reads, the 7th generation Cyberdeck, now in keyboard size. Yeah, the audio's pretty low. I'm going to turn it up a little bit. See how that is. You guys to hear that awesome music. This game has a fantastic soundtrack. Good evening, welcome. Really good soundtrack, good graphics. I am a sucker for isometric games. I think I've said that before, but I love isometric games. I don't know what it is with them, but... So now, you basically just left your own devices to explore. Like, you don't really know where to go. There's no one telling you where to go. You can't save until you get to a bed. So we're going to explore a little bit. I know roughly where to go here. I mean, I played this game quite a bit. I beat it several times. You can talk to just about everyone. Fine, we'll talk to you later. But I know this dude here, like, we're just gonna rob them. Cyberdeck. ECD 100 Cyberdeck. Unfortunately, my head jack that the characters in this world used to jack into Matrix, this was before the Matrix, but it's called the Matrix here, is broken, is busted. He woke up with that busted, so you can't hack into cyberspace yet. We'll do that later once our head is feeling better. Club, we can go in and ask here. Nice little bar. Looks very tired. Too tired to talk. So you basically unlock dialogue options, and that gives you more things to do in the game. And you can hire Shadowrunners. You can actually hire mercenaries that follow you around and shoot for you and do whatever, so... Probably talk to just about everyone, just to find... You look troubled, young man. Is something wrong? You best be prepared. I've had to heal enough men who thought they were safe running in shadows. Forget all that talk of magic. You're better off leaving yourself in the hands of a skilled street doc. Pity I'm retired, but there are some good ones around. Most can handle tech like that data jack of yours. Haven't seen you for a while. You're usual, I suppose. One iced tea coming right up. So then, like, there's some clues here. Like, where am I? I have explosive amnesia. Someone after you? Maybe you should hire some Shadowrunners to watch your back. Some of them carry some pretty lethal firearms. They could really help you out. The dialogue gets a little forced sometimes when you need to learn those keywords, so there's that part. Favorite. Alright, let's pick up our... The iced tea is chilled. Pick it up. Let's see, I think we can give this iced tea to this gentleman here. Geostormer, my favorite too. I almost had them. I had the tickets in my hand. Sob, sob. Tickets to the Maria Mercurial concert. They were almost mine. I even gave Grinder the money. Poor Grinder, he got wasted by Lone Star. Lone Star is the police force in this game, so... The more guys carried off what was left of him. So now we know that, someone has tickets is in the morgue, but we need to get into the morgue. Yeah, I think that the game has, in the beginning here, it may feel like it's pretty open, but it's, there aren't a lot of places you can go in the beginning, so it kind of funnels you, but it opens up later, and this is really experimentation. I mean, I remember playing this as a kid, trying things back and forth, like, hey, we got that item, okay, well, can we talk to this guy? He gave us a keyword. Okay, well, maybe you can use this on here. You just trial and error, basically. I think I found some magazines with guides, but this was the old school type of game, right? So now we know that there's a body in the morgue that has tickets on it that we might need. But we don't know how to get in there yet, so... But we're going to run this way. See, I remember what to do here now, so I'm trying not to play it just directly straight, but there's a dog there. A gate here. Here, we'll let this little dog out. Hear that sound effect there. The sound effect you heard there is basically one of the effects that means that there's a magic item you might need it later, so... You can fortunately progress. This game opens up and lets you go back. Once you have unlocked the whole game world, you can travel unrestricted basically to any part of the game. So you can always go back. I don't think there's any places in the game that can block you out in the sense that if you fail to get one thing, you're screwed. It might lock you out from certain extras. It might lock you out from certain options in the game, though. If you don't do a certain thing, you may not be able to complete a certain objective or a mission or whatever. So there's that. For sure. And you can walk into these things here, and there's... Okay, this is the... Memo. Armitage to perform courier run to Matrix systems. Well, we're Armitage. There's a key in his pocket. Reads number 6. He's badly injured. He cannot speak, so he's badly injured. I think we're just going to leave him, apparently. And, you know, the graphics are such that in some games from this era, you would have seen very clearly the items that you can manipulate, but not in this game. It doesn't show very well. If you run into a place that is not part of the story, you might just run into people shooting you. And you can shoot them for karma and money. So you can take their money. Karma is the leveling system in this game. And you get karma by completing missions or killing bad guys, and then eventually you can upgrade your skills by doing that. So we're going to do that in a minute here, but I haven't really gotten any karma yet. And drop some money. And the monorail is closed still. Repairs, Eco Rail Corp. So that's how they give you kind of like a funneled experience in the beginning. Okay, I might die here if I don't... Yeah, if you're on health, you die. There's unceremonious, so I have not saved yet. There's no saves in this game until you get to a certain point, so... Apartment 7. Apartment 6. Let's use the key here. Door key. Use. Too far away. Fine. I did have high ground, you're right. I was just cool enough to do it. Where was the door key? There it is. Use. So yeah, it has RPG elements, action. Ooh, sunglasses. Rip note. Sassy. 702-826. So you get numbers. Open. Which one new? I'm going to need this. It's your apartment, basically. Someone called. It's a recorded message. Cancel your run, Jake. Hand over the files. We mean business. Ow. Break. You, Nico? So yeah, it's not, you know, I gotta put it in perspective of the era, right? 93, so this game was developed in like 92 or whatever, and it's pretty mid of the SNES life cycle, but it's a pretty complex game, and I think that it's pretty cool they went for it to make a game of this depth for Super Nintendo, so... True. Well, Pixel's here. You can pass judgment on that. I think that the voodoo card is included. Alright, so you can save here and use karma. I don't have any points yet, but you can level up your different things. We need to level up our body and then our firearm first to get better shooting, because we don't have anything else right now, so... we're going to save, though. And I'm going to open the menu because that saves it to the ROM file, or the ROM file on the Mister. Now, in this game, you can actually level up by grind. We're going to do that a little bit here and there because we need to basically level up our skills, and we can do that by grinding a little bit. So we will do that, because if you just plow through the story in this game, you're going to have a bad time. You do need to level up your stats. We're pretty weak right now, as you can tell. We're not hitting much. There's karma. 1 karma. Karma Chameleon. And we need to level up stuff and also get some money. So we're going to do that for a little bit here. It will hurt us later if we don't level up our skills at all. It's a dystopian cyber future. It's every apartment complex is stuff like that going on. Accuracy is so low. Now we may have to go to the bed to sleep to just get health back. In the beginning, it's going to be pretty slow. And it just, again, if in a game like this, if you do not grind at all, they were kind of mad men, weren't they? There we go. If we don't grind at all, it's going to hurt us a lot later. And I don't know, it's something satisfying with games from this era to do some grinding, too. You don't have to do a ton, but again, if you totally ignore it, you're going to hurt later. Välkommen Christian. Det är röd dag i Sverige just nu. We have Memorial Day here in the US, but I can't even keep track of Swedish holidays anymore. Got some Stormtrooper aim going on here. I would like to just level up my firearm skill 1 before we progress here, because otherwise I'm going to have a bad time. Is that just the FX chip count? That's an enhancement chip, isn't it? Versus a, how much karma do I have now? 2. I think I need 3 to level up my firearm skill. and that will make things easier later. Right now, I'm hitting very poorly. The firearm skill basically increases your accuracy, so... But yeah, I think we talked about it during last live stream too, like how all of us were just kind of behind on GPU June videos, and I am right there too. Life has gotten in the way, so... yeah, I'll get one done. It will not be early... It will not be early June, let's just say that. Come on. But I'll try and do my live streams as well, GPU theme, like I did last year. That was a lot of fun. Maybe I'll even stream with the Voodoo 2 again, who knows? It's funny, because I was talking about that in Discord, that I was messing with my K62 machine, the 300, that's the Voodoo 2 in it, which is quite period accurate for that. Got all of a K62 400, which uses the 2x multiplier cheat to get around the multiplier and actually get to 400 megahertz on a 66 megahertz bus. Because the motherboard does not support the 6x. Let's see, skills. Firearm. Okay, I can actually level that up now. Save. And I was playing games on it on Voodoo 2 using, you know, that processor in Voodoo 2 and testing stuff. I'm like, man, it's just not really fast. Like, is it really this slow? I can't remember. So I asked in Discord, like, am I just roasting the glasses? Thinking it was faster than it actually, or thinking it was faster than it actually ever was. And I think came to the conclusion that, yeah, I just remembered it incorrectly. Because I never had a Voodoo 2. I had a friend who had it. And it just, you know, runs so surprisingly slow. Because it felt like it was faster back then. You know, it ran your Quake and Hexen 2 and that stuff fast. But then I tried playing, you know, Unreal and it stutters at 800 by 600 and everything, so... Yeah, if you want to submit, Pixel's got an official list to get on the official playlist, right? So there's a website to sign up. I know it's kind of boring here now, just grinding. Again, we're going to be saved. Really? It goes that far back? It's going to save us a lot of pain later if we do a little grinding here and there in the game, so... We'll do one or a couple more. I mean, Pixel's the showrunner, so I'm not going to speak for him, but I am the one with this talking voice, so... I think you know, if you want to get on the official list, you just submit there and then you're entered into that. To get into the playlist. But to do that for myself, I probably have to actually make some content, right? See, I'm already hitting more than I was before. That increases my accuracy quite a bit there. Let's see, what do we have for... We have one karma. We'll get one more and we'll get a body upgrade and then we will move on. It gives us some money too. We're already hitting a lot more than we were before. That makes a big difference, actually. Yeah, it's hard sometimes to convey that in text, right? But... You have a tweet about it, about the website link and everything, right? So if you go check out PixelPike's Twitter, you'll get the link, unless you have an easier way. I'm not sure if you can drop the link in here, because it seems like YouTube loves filtering that stuff. Horrible links. You don't have any links in there. Otherwise, you are, Pixel, you're welcome to drop that in my Discord as well there. That's a reminder for people for that website link. More than welcome to drop that there. Alright, let's do a body. We don't have enough for body. Okay, we'll get one more for the body, and then we'll move on. Appreciate your cooperation and patience. Yeah, that's what I figured. I don't know why it's so aggressive on URLs. Like, I get it on one point, but it's kind of annoying. This is not a core part of the game, but I also found that you're inevitably going to have to grind at some point. If you just fly through the story, you will not be able to progress eventually. Or at least have a lot of problem. I think it's just typical of the game design in that era. Let's need one karma. One more karma. But it's already getting easier. It's like renaming a .zip file to .txt and email filters. Like, I don't know what this is. Whoa, I have no clue. Whatever. There we go. Alright, I'll turn it down just a smidge again. Alright, pick up that cash, and we will need lots of cash later. You do get a lot more cash doing sort of missions, things like that, so... 15 likes on the video. Don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe now. It's funny, I did that in the beginning, and I feel bad because I feel like now I've hit a certain limit where, personally, for growth, it's fun. But I'm not like, oh, I need to grow, whatever. I appreciate everyone who likes, subscribes, and all that good stuff, but it's hard for me to call it out as much as I used to in the beginning. But it's hard because starting out, you gotta get going somewhere, right? And there's a lot of channels out there, so it's brutal. Especially watching that panel that LGR and the 8-Bit guy did last year at VCF Midwest. Like, did I save? I don't know if I saved. Probably save, but I should probably save. That, like, oh, what's your tips for growing and starting? And they're like, I have no idea. Because a lot of those people that got really big, and I'm talking like 1 million+ subs, right? They started at the right time and grew from there. And I think that there's definitely a possibility. Keep grinding out good content, you'll grow. And of course, I'm not making as many videos as I should or could. Absolutely. But, it's also one of those things like if you put the effort in and you have good content, you probably will slowly grow. I mean, there's very few things except going viral that's going to make you explode, but I feel like I have enough of a user base now that I can comfortably just do what I want to. But if you're starting out from scratch, it's hard. Like, how do you get started? How do you stand out in an ocean of people? I think there are some... may notice the very cool shades being put on here now. Let's put these on. Yeah. Momentum and news and following the trends. And I have a hard time doing that myself, but... let me think now. How much cash do I have? Oh, I got money. I need a way to get into the morgue. Whoop. More guys want to shoot those. No, I don't care. Weird shovel, whatever. There's very little like about the game. It's just a public chatting area. Keep it semi-clean. We'll call it good. Oh, hello, random businessman. Keep your voice down. Do you have something you want to offload? It better be good, and the less heat behind it, the better. You don't want to know about what I mean. Are you a Shadowrunner? No more questions. Firearms. All this stuff's fast. All I have is some grenades from a munitions dump heist. Any 100 new in. You want one? No, I'm good. But Lone Star. So you're going to play Rent-A-Cop. It might be able to accommodate you. For 150 new in, I've got a Lone Star ID badge. Yeah. It's interesting because Control-Alt-Reese, which is a really good channel, he's, shows up on RMC all the time and seems like a really nice guy. And he tweeted a picture that was like, it's 2 trees, and the one tree is like, man, it's just, I really wish I was that big tree, right? And then a bird lands in the small tree and says, I love it here. And it's like, it's something to keep in mind is that there's a lot of people, and I appreciate all you guys watching, hanging out, and, watching my videos and all that. And I feel the same way about some channels. I enjoy that, but some of the mega channels, probably the only one I really, truly like and watch is LGR because it's so laid back, and that's just my style. There's several big channels I do like, but there are a lot of small channels that are really, really good, and they deserve the time, so... yeah. I do have his games. I did actually get a signed copy of his latest game, the Petsky Attack Robots, whatever. I did talk to him at VCF Midwest, but... Impersonated cops, risky, man, don't get caught. Yep. So now I bought an ID badge, and this is one of those, like, you would get stuck here. You would not know where to go. I remember this one probably I read in a magazine, or it might have been that the manual had some tips on how to get started. Because it is pretty open here now what it's doing, right? And you basically have to get into the morgue to get a body, or to get the stuff of the body. This is an interesting place. This has ghouls coming out. Of course it has. Some easy karma farming in the beginning here. They hurt you a lot when you get close, so I prefer them not to get close. Okay. So I can't open these things here. Something sharp can open a lock. Yeah, the music in this game is really good. I think I might have a scalpel. Ah. Oh, there's a shaman here that's not doing too good. He's in great pain. He cannot speak. So the slap patch, it's a heal thing. And here's the interesting part. If you use the slap patch, it's just a healing item. It's basically a health kit. If you use it on yourself, you can't save this guy until much later. There you go. Drock, man, you saved my life. Chrome Coyote is the name. Shamanism's my game. You must have the gift too, huh? Only a shaman could have heard me call into the spirits. A little keepsakes for you, man. Take this magic fetish. Ooh. What's the magic fetish? I see a need for it in your future. He who seeks it is a bearer of untruth. If you be a true shaman, you'll be the one with the earth. She provides the power for your magic. That's true. Just a dynamic dance party showing up there. These coffins have, some of them have money, I believe, which is of course natural. That the first thing we're gonna do here now is go grave robbing, or they have ghouls. And stuff will auto spawn back here, I believe. Yeah, I believe in the beginning, if I remember right, I read up on that. The ghouls here actually get stronger the more you come back for them, if that makes sense. The more you mess with them, the more health they have. So in the beginning, they go down pretty easy. Let's explore these. Whoa, hi. But then they get harder and harder the longer you hang out here. Fun stuff. I do want to explore all these here. But yeah, we're playing this game on SNES now, so... yeah. That's the question. On if this would consider chiptune. It's sample-based, I suppose, but to me it's just this style of music, right? You probably equate this to chip, if you will, even though it's sample-based, but it's... I did not grow up on a Genesis, or Mega Drive, as they call it in Europe, so I didn't have any, you know, nostalgic feelings for it or anything, like as far as the music goes, but the Genesis got such a unique sound. It sounds really cool, but the SNES to me has always been more nostalgic for me. Sound cooler or better, I guess, but it's got some really good music, but the Genesis is more distinct, so... yeah, you can always do one. It's a fun experiment, right? I think that's the cool thing about seeing people experiment. Either straight up videos that, you know, a lot of people do, just a, you know, quote unquote standard video, and people do experimentation, or I mean, Pixie have been really great about opening up to as many as possible. You give a lot of suggestions about what you take that back right now, Revenant. I think you can actually mess with that here. You want to. We have stereo mix off, but never mind. It doesn't have anything. But you get very clear sound, as clear as you could get from this with the Mister. Scalpel. Oh, that's not what I want to do. But to open it up to all kinds of stuff, like, you know, there's just about any content you want to make. I think it's pretty much fair game as long as it's GPU related somehow. So it's very open. If you just want to do a live video talking about some cards that you got, I think that's fair game too, I think. I'll defer to Pixel's website for the suggestions and rules and everything, but it's pretty open, so why not just experiment? Oh, I think that dude dropped something there. A bone? A bone of the living dead. Well, we'll take that. That sounded like that was magic. As you get more stuff, it gets all... This is where the age of the game shines through, because it is all cumbersome to manage your stuff in this game, for sure. There's only so much you can do with the SNES, right? So... Still complex for what it is. Alright, some of these you can find new in, and... oh wow, that is a problem I think a lot of us do not have. And I actually thought about that. I was gonna... Not a video that's in my mind is that the Voodoo course to me is like, you know, the one card for a Pension 1 machine, like for acceleration. It's that or nothing, basically. But I thought of that for a while because a Voodoo 1 goes so well with the Pension machine, but it is harder and harder to find them at a reasonable price. So I was planning on putting a Riva 128 in my Voodoo 1 just because, I mean, that's a very comparable card for the era, but also, you know, maybe a more mature driver support and everything, and it's a fine card, but Voodoo has something special around it. So, so that's a plan I'm having for a video as well. I haven't decided what machine I'm going to put in exactly, either a P1 200, or I'm going to take the Packard Bell P1 and then throw in... That's in Karma now. I'm going to save and do all that. Yeah. And it's such a glorious combo. It's just like freaking, you know... It's that era with the accelerated card like that is so glorious. But that's what I was going to try and... I had never had a 128, as far as I know, or remember. And we're going to level up our firearm again. There we go. Save, please. Well, I believe those compacts only have ISA expansion slots, so that was a limitation on it, and because it is a ricer. Like, it's still like this, it has a ricer and then two things there, so. Alright, well, hopefully you're feeling better, Solar. Sorry to hear that. We're all here for you if you need anything, but keep fighting the good fight, making content. We're here playing Shadowrun. And I always feel like I want to always have the atmosphere. You can drop in, drop out. I'm not expecting anyone to hang out or do anything. So if you're saying hi and disappear, that's fine too. But keep fighting the good fight and be you. Guess I'm trying to remember what to do with this game here now. So yeah, now I have the shades on, so I don't look the same. And then I have the Lone Star badge, which is basically a police badge. And now... let's see, talk, ask, okay, no sightseeing allowed. If you're in family, you're not a badge, I'm afraid he stays with us. Okay, so, let's see, we have the Lone Star badge, use, I'll tack it into my pocket, there we go. Alright, now we can talk to him. Ask about Grinder. You Lone Star boy sure did him go over good. His file and belongings are in the cabinet. Do you want me to pull his file for you? Yes. Yeah. I think a lot of us regret, you know, throwing out random stuff, right? So... What do you mean? It looked like... Look, shades. Look. Totally shades. Alright, so dude, open up here now. We'd look for it yourself. Sure. Universal Crash Cred Stick is here. We'll take that. Grinder's files here, and so are the Maria Mercurial concert tickets. Handy. Yeah, it is. I get it, and I think that's what's important, is like, at the end of the day, at least for us hobbyists, this is not a livelihood. It's supposed to be a hobby. I think I've taken many minor breaks where, like, you know, this isn't fun right now. I really basically have enjoyed just playing games on my own. Sometimes, you know, I sit down sometimes in the evening and just like, you know what? I am not going to work on content tonight and just play a game. And it's hard to overcome that guilty feeling. Why aren't you doing this? Why aren't you working on this? But at the end of the day, again, for us hobbyists, it's not a job. It's supposed to be fun. If you're not enjoying it, take a break, take a breather, step away from it. It will wait there. Everyone who supports you will wait. I guarantee it. And it's like, it's supposed to be fun, so. Oh, that sounds brutal there, Pixel. I don't think we've discussed that. God. Let's see how low can you go? I'm both intrigued and terrified. Let's see, we're gonna save again, I think, because now we have the tickets. We can get into the concert. So we have the tickets now. And we're trying to basically find out what happened. Like, what happened? Who are you? There's no point in upgrading your other skills yet, because you can't do anything with them. So it's really just body and firearm. Because those are the biggest thing to help you in combat right now, which is what you're doing in the beginning here. So we have tickets now to get into the concert. We haven't even gone to the restaurant or the place that has the concert, but we'll run there now. I said one of the things you can do, and again, this is almost a tutorial area, and even though it hasn't guided us much, it's still the tutorial area, so. It'd be fun to play on some of these really old things, so I'll say we're gonna go way back, but I do have like, I think I have a CGA card for my Tandy, so. Yeah. Oh man, sorry to hear that, Arvinant. Yeah, just like it's important to look at the long game too. Like we can all have dips or things that work against it, and that like that guy hiding in a dumpster here. Yeah, it helps. The small stuff. Boy, it really helps to upgrade that firearm skill, huh? Nuyen. And it's like mental health is important. It's easy to say like it isn't, but please insert credit stick in the slot. That's right. I think we have to call her a little bit. So let's see. Credit stick. Use on the video phone. Call Sassy. Hello. Yeah, Jake, you're alive. I heard you were dead. I got myself a new boyfriend and everything. The last of your stuff was just thrown out. If you're still getting calls, tell your buddies to stop calling us. Some Glutman guy keeps calling. His number is 934-782. So that was the old, this is his old girlfriend, basically. Then when he died, then, you know, he moved on. Pretty fair. We're gonna call Glutman. I'm afraid my boss is out. I'm sure I didn't have any schedule anyway. This Glutman is out at the moment. He was going to the Cage Club. Maybe you can find him there, which I think we're in right now. It's a club at the edge of town, as the Glutman spends a lot of time there. I honestly don't know. I was asking about Maria. Tickets. Thank you for using Ecotel. And that's a big orc. 7 foot high and 4 foot wide. No entry without an official ticket. Come back when you have a ticket. You're not getting in without them, bub. Yeah, there are big orcs in this game here, so we do have tickets now. Get tickets to Heavy Bouncer. Okay, buddy, going in. Now you get to hear cool music, too. I guess louder as you get closer, that's pretty cool. That's cool. Yeah, video. I have skipped and parked so many videos. That's true. Hello, Ted. Yeah, I have skipped so many videos. There's so many things I've broken down. I have a wall of shame of stuff, too, that is just been hanging out forever. Can't talk to him. Yeah, will be. Working here at the cage hasn't done my hearing any good. What was it you wanted? Mr. Gothman is around quite the bill tonight. I think he's waiting for someone. I'll stay first. I always sit here. You can't make me move. Looking for someone, Bob? Right. I don't think you can get anything from there, but it's just videos. Yeah, I have done so many ones that I've had to like ignore or forget or, you know. You know much about ghoul busting? Cemetery's crawling with him. You can hear him calling out you when you walk past at night. Flashy dude that once. I reckon he could handle them for the right price. Yeah, okay. Yep, exactly. At the end of the day, it's just videos. Jake, you're still alive. You're crazy, man. You got tech in your head people want. Bad. Word on the street is that someone wants you dead. Go now, my men hide you. No charge. Gluckman owe you favor. Yeah. I fix everything. We hide you real good, you betcha. It's from Minnesota. No need to thank me, boy. Now let's hurry. Okay. This is probably good. Where are you taking me? Don't worry, we'll keep you safe. You got him blindfolded. Isn't 5-star, but you'll like it. And here comes probably one of the most droll parts of the game. You pretty much have to grind here to progress. It's an interesting place. We're going to save here first. Basically, there is a junkyard here that you can't leave. We'll see what happens here. It's a trap. It's a trap. Yeah, there you go. Finally, a good GPU. You must be new to the car yards. News travel fast in here. None of us are here by choice. Things just turn out this way sometimes. The king is your only way out of here. Uh-oh. I don't think the king would like it if we saw me talking to you. Where's the Gluppin got you in? Oh, great. The king don't allow anybody in here. He don't want the heat coming down on this place. Fighting the king is the only way you're going to get out of here, and that's a pretty tough fight. But if you got the new in, you won't have to get your hands dirty. I don't know. I guess I've been here too long. You lost or something? Not many people find themselves here by accident. Everyone's hiding something or from something. So yeah, this is basically an interesting place where people just kind of land unintentionally, right? Including a little boy. You're in big trouble, I know. I may be only a kid, but I keep my ears open. Someone heavy must be after you for that big fixer dude to bring you here. What do you think about King? How much is the king asking you to let you leave? He wants 1,000 new yen before he lets me go. I guess I'll be here for a while. Oh. I'm the king. I don't care who you got in here. You're on my property now. If you want out, it'll cost you, let's say, 4,000 new yen. I'll buy us insurance. You got the cash? No. Well, comfortable. You're gonna need money or some muscle to walk through these doors. And don't go look like you got much of either anyway. Uh-oh. Ah. So yeah, this place here now, there's a little section here where you can basically grind, and I remember as a kid, this is where I went, and you just did this forever to kind of get money. There's an arena, too. That's Orcust, man. You can earn money this way, but there is a way to earn money in an arena, which we'll go to next here. I'm going to go save again because I took a lot of damage there. Otherwise, you can go through and grind. And there are several things about in this game that has, like, you have upgrade paths. You can buy new weapons and armor and things like that. And we're still very early in the game, and it opens up a lot later on here. I remember as a kid getting kind of stuck in the beginning here, because this is kind of a drag. You can find the arena and make quite a bit of money, but to make enough money to buy your way out is very hard. So What I've learned later on is there's 2 ways to get out of here. You can either pay your way, and you can, got brains, long creds, eh? Why not want to try fighting here for money, eh? Not warrior type? I thought there was a way to ask. He's constantly just asking about that. King. Fight the king. Yes, I don't want to fight king yet. He would just destroy me. I need to level up first, but... I thought there was a way to learn your pixel height. Alright, fine. We'll do a fight then. Yay! Free karma. It's 3 on new and fight better if you fight again. I thought there was a way to learn negotiation, but I think I should have learned that earlier. I think I screwed up there, because you can negotiate down the price to leave, but otherwise you can fight the king to get out of here. But I need 4,000 new yen, which is quite a bit. So you can grind that. You can get it quite a bit. That's true. We're going to increase our firearm. I think we want 7 firearms, I understand, because that increases your accuracy, and every shot counts, right? Your weapon doesn't do a lot of damage, but at 7 it maxes out your accuracy, so... I read up on a little bit of this because when I played as a kid, I just, you know, YOLO'd this, and I ground through the game a lot, so... But I thought you could negotiate, but I don't think I have that. Heavy dude. So yeah, he was pretty easy. And they get progressively harder, of course, so... We'll do another fight right away. I will avenge you, brother! Taking bullet after bullet. Yay! And there was much rejoicing. Thousands. Yeah, I'm already getting quite a bit further here, but it does get harder fast. Yeah, there's a lot of that. You gotta kind of work around the engine, too, when it lets you do. So that is a challenge there. Alright, I think we're gonna upgrade our body now, maybe. Got enough karma for that? Body. There we go. That's our health pool. Yeah, it sounds really good. I love the music in this game. It's great. It gets a little repetitive after a while, but it is very good. So yeah, these fights give you the most cash for sure, but then pretty soon you hit a wall here on how hard they are. Without getting more upgraded weapons, it gets really hard real fast. You! Use it. 2,000. I'm not sure how far I can get here now, but I already got enough to get out. I don't remember getting this far, but you can buy your way out now, but the better option is to fight King, but we'll see. It's very adult-oriented, yeah. I remember just kind of working our way through it slowly. It was challenging. And I think I did a lot of grinding in the game, and I think it came, I saved right, yeah. I'll check again. Now I got paranoid. Definitely want to save. I want to say there was a guide I had a Superpower, what's the magazine called? Alright, thanks for stopping by, Bruce. See you later. Superpower in Sweden, and that had like guides every month, and they covered all consoles and everything. And one of the things I did cover was this game, and I seem to remember there was some stuff in there. I think it gets pretty hard now. one of these fights is like hitting a wall. So yeah, we want to keep up in our accuracy. We got blocked. We want to keep upping our accuracy, and we want to keep upping our health. But I think I want to try what I never did as a kid. And this will get a little repetitive, so I apologize for that, but I never tried, excuse me, as a kid, to fight King to get out. I always just ground through the game to get out and paid him. But if you fight him, you get to kill him and also keep the money. So you get to double money. And the thing is that you want a lot of cash because the first weapon upgrade costs like 12,500, I think. It takes a long time to grind out. So I think we'll hit a wall here pretty soon. One of these bad guys is horrible. Yeah, this guy. Doesn't seem very fair, does it? Yeah. He pulls you out before you die. So, I think this guy's sword does a lot less damage, so we're going to try and get closer in on that dude. But that hurt a lot. This is, I remember, this one is bad, because this is the one that I hit a wall as a kid. Like, I could not get past this one without the upgraded weapon. So that meant that I had to grind in the car yard there forever. So this is probably the hardest enemy you run into here. So we'll try it a couple times. I seem to remember the sword does less damage. So we're going to try and run close in on this guy. Ow. I don't think I've ever beaten that like that. 4,000 Nuyen right there. How much karma did I get now? I got 4, so yeah. I don't think I ever beat that one, but I write up a little tip ahead of time here, because, yeah, the melee does a lot less damage than a machine gun. Because if you fight your way through all this, you get a lot of cash. We may grind a little more karma. We'll see if I can get through the next one here. Otherwise, we'll grind some more karma and upgrade our stats a little more, because that will help too. But I do believe that the other enemies aren't quite as bad as this one now. We'll see. Because I already got enough cash to get out of here, but I'd like to see if I can fight King and save money that way. Fortunately, he's not hitting me much. I'm also not doing a lot of damage. The war of endurance here now. I'm not really running, dude. I'm just kind of standing here. Ow. Yeah, 5,000. All right. That would have been hard if you rented this and like, oh, this is the game you have now, and get stuck here. This is not a game I think you would beat in an evening just from a rental and just plowing through it. That would be hard unless you knew exactly where to go. So, yeah, I mean, it might. Hard to say. CRT always feels smoother to me in general. So, all right, we'll upgrade our firearm skill again. We're basically just increasing our accuracy so that every shot hits, and that makes a big difference in the damage we can dole out, of course. I'm going to do this so that it saves too. It only saves when you open the menu in the mystery. That's when it saves the save file to the SD card, so you want to make sure that's on. I'm not sure we can get past here now with the current. Yeah, this just gets impossible with this gun. Yeah. He just smoked me because he was just shooting really fast. I couldn't... Like, he runs out of target lock. But I think we're going to try and fight King now and see. Because if we can get out of this area without paying him, we'll save a lot of cash. It's worth trying to fight him. We're back here. Yeah, we could pay him now. I don't have a negotiation skill, which I believe will allow you to get out easier, but I think you'd need to learn that from somewhere else, so... Let's try... I've never tried to fight King. Let's see if we can do that. This... You die if you die here. We may have to upgrade our body more here. I've never done this in a game before. I did not realize you could. I've always just ground enough money to pay him. Yeah, I just died. I'm gonna need more health, I think, so I have to grind a little bit more to get health there. Yeah, maybe. It's weird. It probably flew under my radar a lot, but I think it used the Shadowrun license as a tabletop RPG, right? So it has tons of backstory to it, so... yeah, it depends on the LCD for sure, too. Some of the ones that have better smoothness or quicker response time make a big difference, right? So now we're going to go in and grind some karma, because I would save a lot of money. Because I could pay 4,000, but if I could basically kill him, I can get out and keep all that money and upgrade my weapon right away instead of doing grinding, which I'm going to go do grinding now. We're going to do some grinding to save on grinding. But also those stats will help me in the future anyway, so... 1 karma. See, how much do we need? We have body 5, so we need 6 karma. Get some cash too while we're at it. This is where I spent a lot of time in this game, because when I paid my way out, I would then be at, like, you know, 7,000 new, and if even that, and I would just basically just spend all my time in this area here and grinding and grinding and grinding for like an hour straight. And this is not the best place to grind, because you gotta run around so much, but that's the only place that's here, so... Yeah, as long as the target reticle is on the person, then it will count, if you will. It doesn't have to be on the head or anything like that. There's no body damage difference. At least that I know of. Maybe it's calculating something else, but not that I'm aware of. But again, it feels pretty complex for what it is, so... I'm talking 93. I think you have to kill 4 enemies to get a karma or something like that, so... They're racking them up here. We'll see if that's enough. It might be lucky. It's hard to say how much more damage I need to do on King there. I have to get lucky with the rolls, too. You see some of the hits are like, you know, 3, some are 1. That makes a big difference in the damage as it adds up. I don't know, there's something satisfying with grinding in some of these games, too. I used to play Square Enix, or just, it was Enix back then, action RPG called Soul Blazer. And it's a really fun, like, top-down action RPG where you're restoring towns. It's got a nice story and everything, but at the end, you can just keep grinding and grinding, and your health bar goes from, like, filling out, it gets more and more doots, if you will, all the way up to max, and then it turns a different color, and you keep grinding and grinding. I don't know, I found highly enjoyable to keep doing that forever. I'm actually pretty low on health now. I don't want to die here now, but... And later on, you'll also learn magic in this game, which is the cool part. This has magic spells, and you get heals and attack spells and things like that. And it's, again, it's a pretty deep game. Got a lot of options. I think I probably need 6 to upgrade. I got stuff going on tomorrow. Family stuff, so I had to move it for today. Rather than skipping the whole stream, and I can't on Saturday either, so that's what we're doing today. Let's see, attribute, body. There we go. Alright, let's try and fight King again, and see if we have to upgrade a skill again. I know my target is to get to 7 and 7 on both. I did save right, I'm really paranoid now, because otherwise I'll undo everything I did there. Above all, if I don't do this, you waste so much cash, because you get cash by defeating King, and you also save the 4,000 he wants, so... it is really, really worth doing that. And again, I've never done it either, so I kind of want to try that approach. I would never have known to do it as a kid. I just assumed you had to pay to get out. I'm having very poor luck with my rolls here, and he's hitting me a lot. Yep, didn't make it. I'll try one more time, otherwise I may have to level up my firearm skill as well. But again, this is preferable to spending all cash to get out, and if it gets too bad, we'll just spend it too, but that's all I did as a kid. But then I don't have enough cash to buy the upgraded weapon, which makes a big difference. How much do I have? 16,000, yeah. I think I can't remember if the weapon is 12,500 or if it's 15,000. Because you pretty much need that weapon to progress, so this Beretta doesn't do much anymore. I'll try one more time, maybe I get lucky with the rolls. Because he was hitting me before a lot. I have no idea how much health he has, but... Nope. Stream Tate mode? That might be a tate. That's funny, I mentioned that in the Mr. video, or I usually get corrected on that if I say Tate mode or tate mode, and I think it's tate, right? It's the correct pronunciation because it's a Japanese word. It literally means vertical. Back to grinding. If it gets too bad. But then to get the weapon upgrade, I'll have to grind anyway, so this will set me for the game later on by doing this. Tate. Potato mode. I think that, you know, there's some rose-tinted glasses for sure for me playing this game, but if you're willing to overlook some of the odd systems or the not quite knowing where to go, I mean, it's still an enjoyable game, I think, especially if you like this sort of setting. And if you have watched any of the Shadowrun Returns and those tactical RPGs, they take a lot of inspiration from this era. Jake even makes an appearance in there, sleeping literally in a morgue. You find him in the same slab, and he's asleep. But you do get to use him during missions too, so it's awesome. Yes. Go grab that if you haven't yet. That's a good game for freebie. I haven't even played it yet, but I grabbed it for free, of course. Might try it on the Steam Deck. And all I'm using my Steam Deck for now is playing Skyrim again, because what else would I use it for? I also love it, because I can just, like, you know, dinner's done, we have a little bit of time, when the kids are on the screen or something, I can just plop down and play Skyrim for 20 minutes, right on my couch, and then plop it down again. Now, I've not even been able to do that on, you know, on Switch and whatever, but it just works so well. That's right, you were talking about that. They weren't quite as fast as you'd think, right? Seemed like 3D Mark 2001 didn't like that. Unfortunately, I don't benchmark enough to have a good idea on what the standard score, that was a good guess, would be, what a good range would be. Benchmarking is hard, man. It's just... I applaud all of you that benchmark a lot, because my goodness, it is brutal. The few times I've done it, especially if you want a spread of stuff, it takes so long. What would everyone consider an acceptable run? Do you do just one run? Do you do 2 runs? Do you do 3 runs for each one? Like what do you constitute like an average? I'm not sure how many runs you consider. Like, I'm going to benchmark this game at 800 by 600. And how many of those runs would you do before you consider to have a good average? or just do 1. So yeah, 3 is kind of the bare minimum, isn't it? Because you need an average. Which is time-consuming. So time-consuming. I forget as I look up on the LCD, this does look a lot better on a CRT. Unfortunately, we can't get that effectively, if you will, but... Yeah, exactly. Depends on what you're doing, yeah, and also what the purpose is, like... It's, yeah. Was that actually an exact guess? Was it 1337? Alright, we're getting there. I just want to save. Heal up. Probably should have ground more earlier to get higher stats, but here we are. I think it'll be very hard to beat that machine gunner because he runs so fast. I can try it again, but oh, pretty funny if that's exactly right, but it's still running. I never had the SLI, I never had the Voodoo 2. It would have been awesome to have that, and I feel like it's one of those, like... It's funny, because I was trying to look up just performance on a single Voodoo, and on YouTube it's almost hard, because everyone is like, oh, it's cool, it's got SLI, we're going to benchmark that, but it's hard to find almost, like, basic runs, so... That's true, yeah. I mean, more runs give you more accuracy, right? But at the end of the day, I think that for all of us that have made videos, sometimes you have diminishing returns, right? You spend like 3 hours on making something that basically will appear on screen for 15 seconds and is gone, or just part of a data point. And that feels a little brutal sometimes. And then it becomes a just because I want, or part of the trade or craft, if you will, so... No one. It's grinding our way through. Because again, if I didn't do this, I would have to grind to get the better weapon, because it's really the best way to get cash is doing this. Since without the upgraded weapon, it is really, really hard to beat that machine gunner. We might try one more time. See if I can stand in a corner or something to try, because he runs circles around you, which makes it very difficult. And he shoots so hard and so fast. The bigger weapon does a lot more damage, and that saves you a lot there, so. There you go, yeah. Just part of the article. And that's something I really would like to do more on my website, is write companion articles with my videos and stuff, but boy, it's just time. That's really what comes down to. And I have to be realistic, and again, it's just time restriction and stuff like that. It adds up. So many things I want to do, and so few things I have time to do. Yeah, ricksrandomretro.com. I, mostly... Yeah, there you go. Haha. I think I mention it in every video. I don't put anything on there, but I want to have a website, because why not? The idea, but I was hoping to, above all, like when I have a computer or find a rare drivers or whatever, is write an article and then put it up in an archive there. The hosting I have has no size limit, so that's pretty nice. I can throw up whatever I want there for a pretty decent price, too. And that was the key for me, is that I wanted something that had no size limit. Because I didn't want to be limited on... Because, I mean, you find, like, an old driver disc or something, and it's substantial in size, so it's not something you can squeeze in on a small host, so... Yeah, I know. I'll update it with this live stream. That's what... I ended up writing stuff in there, and then when I started looking at the traffic information, there were, like, just crawlers and bots visiting, and there was 0 visits, right? So, I used it for, like, I had QR code on some of my stuff for the event, and people could scan and get to my contact page, for example. But long-form articles on there, that's, yeah. Not really. What I wanted to have was a knowledge repository and information regarding computers I work on. A place where I can find my own drivers and stuff like that. So I'll get back to it at some point. I'm done playing Skyrim on my Steam Deck, I guess. Okay, let's upgrade our firearm to max, or 7, I believe. How often I play a game from start to finish? Oh boy, you can call me out like that. You want to have that weighted against the amount of games I have, or? Not often. Very rarely. I hop around way too much. There's some games I'll sit down and play. Very few, like, big PC games. Very few of them that I do that. But often, it might be like I play through, like, an old classic SNES game or something like that. One game I sat through and played through was, like, Lords of Thunder. We streamed that on Sega CD, like, a year or more ago. And, yeah, let's try this fight guy again here. And, that's a pretty easy game to beat through, so I did that. And I had never beaten it before, but very, very rare that I would sit down and play a game like that. The first game I beat, oh boy. There's no way I'm beating that guy. Yeah. What I'm finding now, I'm playing way more PC games than I used to, because my computer is here, and that's great. I love PC gaming, of course. But the conscious thought of, like, going down here is not something I can do during the day, but then during the weekends, we have a little downtime. I can just pick up the Steam Deck and play, and put it down, and it, you know, it resumes in, like, 2 seconds. That alone has helped me play more games, and I made progress in BioShock. I made progress in Skyrim again for some reason. I played Horizon Chase Turbo. I mean, I tried, like, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, all those games I'm playing on the Steam Deck, and being able to play them on just with little pockets of time makes me make progress on those games. I'm further along in BioShock than I ever got before. And that's what, it's worked well for me. And yeah, the Switch was exactly that too. I like the Steam Deck because it's such a PC-centric device, and I can play emulation on it and everything, so. Alright, that's exciting. Let's see if we can do King this time. Otherwise, I may have to upgrade my body skill one more level. I'm tapping at a certain frequency, because if you just tap super fast, it doesn't really do anything. Hey, that's not cool. I never saw the animation at the top there. They're like... that sneaky douche. He ambushed me. I'm getting closer. I'll try one more time, but I may have to get the body up to one more level. I also think you can buy those slap patches here, and those are only 100, I think. So I'm gonna go do that too, just as an extra. If I can heal myself, that might be enough. So again, you can save a lot of money here now, so I appreciate everyone hanging out with me as I grind in this game. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. I really, really enjoy the Steam Deck as the backlog thing. Oh, so I was playing my goodness, Red Faction Guerrilla. Games like that, those action third-person games work great on the Steam Deck. And they get a lot of battery. Oh, Kingdoms of Amalur, I've made a progress there too, so it's become like my go-to device here for a while now. Rake. Can I buy... I know there's someone here that lets me... This would be a Decker. The Matrix. I think there's someone you can buy those patches from here. King's standing down here. Just try to shoot him a few times. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Being able to destroy everything. There you go. Gonna buy some more. I don't know how much they heal, but we're gonna try. So I got 3 of those now, I think. Flat patch 3. Alright, we're gonna go save, and we're gonna try and fight King one more time. I don't know that I can fight the machine gunner, because my goodness, he's mowed me down in 3 seconds flat. I think I need the bigger weapon and the armor to beat him. Which, you want to do that to come back, because you earn a lot of cash in this arena, so you want to finish it out and do all those. I would get a lot of cash by killing King here now. I could cash out, but then again, I can't afford a weapon upgrade. I'm pretty sure it's 15,000, so. Alright, we're going to try King one more time. Let's see how much they do. Pretty substantial amount, actually. Too bad they just having a bad luck here now, but goodness. I think that's a good sign that he's running off. I'm having bad luck with the rolls here now. He's in it. Ah, huzzah! Yay! I beat him. You beat the king. Here's 3,000 million. Things different in Cargo. I'd never done this before. I don't think I can beat the rest of the people now, though, but at least I saved my money. Hey! Well, King is gone now, so, you know. I just had to use some healing items. Huzzah! I don't have to pay for my freedom now, which means I can go right to buying... improve that? Nope. Now I can go right to buying the upgraded weapon and save time, so... This, I think, saves time overall, and also, again, you keep the money for other stuff, too. You get more upgrades quicker. But there's no king. Is anyone going to say anything? Does it change anything here? You guys can leave now. Took care of your problem. Hey, bud, decide to slam it for a while? What's your game? I don't have a game. So we're at an old town now, which is a little more open, but not, like, fully open yet. Club, you can hire these fine gentlemen here. I think this is the shaman that we saved. Maybe not. Dances with clams. Yeah. Teach personal finance? Yeah, absolutely. So what I'm going to do is... yeah, that's... that would be the end game CRT for me. I do have a ViewSonic PS790, which is really nice. But that P1110... I actually just got rid of my P992. Yeah, it's the one with the kind of curved black case or whatever. And it didn't really, you know, it was nice, but not. I don't know. I never had a use for it because it was huge, so I actually sold it to a very cheap, to a local collector here too. So this is the weapon shop, and there's a dwarf running. He's very excited about guns. You can examine. So there's a lot of upgrades you can buy here. That's the one we want, the Defiance shotgun, because that's by far the best one. It gives you the biggest upgrade. So... yes. Now I want to equip that. Oops. That makes you be able to do a lot more damage quickly. Not strong enough. I need to wear that. I need higher strength. Can't hold it. I need higher strength, I guess. Guess we'll have to go upgrade our strength where we can carry the weapon we just bought. Oh well. There's some smaller ones here, but it's not worth wasting the money on it, so... It's true, I focus everything on upgrading the other stuff, so we'll see what... run back and upgrade my strength so I can actually hold the gun I just bought. Again, it's knowing how to do it and which order to do it in the game. Hey, extra karma. Nice. It's a glorious feeling when you put everything together and your new machine is up and running. This is the closest place to go sleep, so we'll run back in the car yard. Hey everyone, I've freed you. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to fight the rest of the guys now, too, because that would be a nice cash source later on. Let's upgrade our strength so we can actually hold on our gun. See it now. Yep, peepholes. There we go. T250 shotgun. If we... That's fine, I don't have to say now. If we go on and fight some of these dudes here now, we'll see a dramatic increase in damage. And then we'll upgrade to the mesh jacket too here soon. Yeah, there's... You know, we're hitting 4s and 5s and 6 now instead of just 1 to 3. Makes a big difference. Honestly, I wouldn't have upgraded, I think, unless I did the rendering thing and working on videos. That's what I really wanted to upgrade for, so... Boom, headshot. See how much cash I have, because it would be nice to buy the mesh jacket, but I think I need money for something else, because the story progression is going to happen here soon. So we're going to progress with the story a little bit, I think. I might go and see if... Can you still fight? I don't know. You sure can. But I'm not sure I can fight that one dude. He does so much damage. I can try. Yeah, that's true. They were, for a while there, it feels like they were hanging on. Like, you know, processor upgrades weren't that big, but now we're asking more and more of it, especially with, you know, for content creation. And a lot of games, densely populated games, seem like they really use CPU a lot more than they used to. Woo! That was like an arms race there. Got it. 6,000 new in. Alright. Nice. Nice. Alright, alright, alright. The gun makes a big difference. Now I can buy an upgraded vest right away, so... But we'll save here. What are we missing now? Firearm is up. Body. There we go. Now I have the recommended, I think. Upgrade some of the other stuff, but... Let's see if I can finish out the fights here now, because I haven't been able to do this. Is pretty better way to do it than what I did as a kid for sure, because we just run into that car yard back and forth forever. What's left to fight? A huge orc that murderinated me in 3 seconds. Alright, so we'll maybe save that one. Yeah, welcome back, Bruce. That did not work out so well, but I think we're good to progress now in the story. But we can come back here once we're a little more upgraded, because above all, we need a new armor. The jacket that we have now only reduces damage by like 1, I think, leather jacket. The mesh armor, I think, costs 5,000 new yen. Yeah, this is a much better way to do it. Like, again, this is the point to stall out the game, and I can imagine renting it and being kind of disappointed if you get here. Because you get here pretty quickly, and it feels like this hump in the game. It breaks the curve of progression pretty badly. And it's an interesting choice to have this so early in the game. Evening, Sukro. Welcome. You're watching Rick's Random Retro After Dark. Playing Shadowrun, which is good. We're going to buy the mesh jacket now, which should improve our survivability a lot. Grenades. Mesh wire jacket, there we go. Buy. There we go. Armor. There we go. 2. Dwarf is really excited back here. Guns, guns, guns. Yar, hua, yar. Sort of. It's an oddly dystopian cyberpunk future of Paperboy. So we need to fix up the data jack we have. So we're looking for someone to figure out what's going on with our head, right? So, oh, hi there. How's it going there? Welcome to Ed's Patch and Fix. Come on in. Don't let a small problem turn into a big problem. Welcome to Ed's Patch and Fix. Pretty beat. Anything you want me to take a look at? Don't think I have the data jack thing yet. Oh, that's right. I got all the Matrix stuff. I don't even have the keyword for him to fix yet, so... yeah, that's true. This game will not... There's no motion sickness here. Wow, you really picked a high ledge there. Getting some more cash from now. 30 new games. Now we're at a place now where we have to learn the word to ask the doctor on what to fix, which I don't have right now. So I'm going to talk to some people and see if I can get some keywords, especially to people that are hackers. Happy customer. Well, whatever you're having. Asking about a few things. I remember as a kid, we just basically, you know, would just randomly ask everything we could. Show me your wallet and I'll show you a man with 20 fingers. Just try me. Need to find a Decker. Oh god, yeah. I could never play those games live because I am so terrible at finding obvious solutions. Yeah. Fine. I'm trying to talk to someone who can tell me about the Matrix and data jack, but I'm trying to think where I get that now. I know there was a dude in here that gave me some information on the Matrix, but I don't have my... I think I need the word for data jack. It's like one of these dudes here. Yeah, Deckers. There we go. Now IC could stop me. My data jack and my cyber deck allowed me to do as I wanted in the Matrix. I could open any door or grab any data I needed. I was the best. I don't know. It's been a while. All right. The Matrix. There's a war going on to command the grid. Cyberspace is a dangerous place to be right now, but what I wouldn't give to be back there. Save again. There you go. I don't think I can beat any of those games. I would just be so frustrated. Alright, now we have the word for data jack. So this is part of the game too, is like it's an interesting dialogue structure that you have to find the word superstar. That game, that freaking sandcrawler, this, like, don't get me wrong, it's cool. I think I would like the Star Wars games on Super Nintendo a lot more if it weren't for the fact that you'd walk 1 pixel, no offense pixel, 1 pixel off the screen and the entire enemy roster respawned. Just, Isn't there a Windows 95 version of Doom at least? But it never ran on 3.11, right? That was unreleased. But Doom 95 does exist, I think. Who's shooting me? There we go. Then what we're trying to do basically is fix our data jack. Combat gets easier as you upgrade here now quite a bit, as you can tell. Alright, we're back again. Fix me up, Doc. Well, if you're having trouble getting into the Matrix, that could be a problem. I can do a quick examination for 500 Nuyen. Sure. Just hop up on the table here. You do have 500 Nuyen, right? Yep. Alright. Let me find a needle now, not the rusty. Ha, just kidding. Surgery, no problem. Oops. What do you mean, oops? What's that loud ticking noise? A Cortex bomb, I think. Jake, the problem seems to be in your head computer. There's a Cortex bomb attached. I think it started ticking. If it goes off, it's likely to take a good portion of your head along with it. Sorry, it's a refund. Try some aspirin. I don't know if I can help you. Oops. You can actually shoot the guy now if you're so inclined, but it wasn't his fault. You have a, you know, triggered thing. How do you say, I don't know how to, is it Foon or Phone, or I don't know how to say his, but he retweeted one of my things, and that, the only tweet I've ever had explode on my caliber, or my level, was one he retweeted, and that took off like crazy. There was so many replies I couldn't keep track of anything, and it must have a huge following, but interesting account, so. So now, we're kind of have a, basically in the game, there's a 30-minute timer until your head goes pop. So I'm gonna run around. I kind of know where to go. 29 hours, I think. They prefer to go by day. And it's 30-minute in-game time. You get a cool cutscenes here. Nice. I love everything about Double Dragon per se, but it plays pretty sluggish now when you go back to play it. I'm more a fan of, your Turtles games, which we got that new Turtles game coming out soon, which looks amazing. Shredder's Revenge or whatever. Great music here. You ain't one of them pointy ears, are you? 905. Ah, you swine. What? Drek, you bought into more trouble than you know. The rust stilettos always finish the job. Ah, bye, sucker. What do you mean, rust stilettos? Gasp, erg. Next, I want to play the Shadowrun return game and all that stuff now. Key? There's Dog again. Hello. Dog calls to you. Seek him soon or you will be lost. Woof woof. Fine. That's true. Well, they would be the epic sale, I guess. So here's the thing. If you don't know where to go right now, I don't remember as a kid now. Because I kind of basically know where to go. It's over 9,000. Also, armor makes a big difference, doesn't it? Not even getting hit. Might have a chance against that orc now. There's not. No, you're on your own. You can draw a map if you want, but think again, this is Super Nintendo. I mean, this is a pretty deep, complex RPG setup for... Like, there's a lot of systems to play, and the game is pretty big. I mean, I don't think we're even halfway through yet, so... Might be halfway through, but... hello? Welcome, how can I help you? Mr. Beeblethorn is quite a busy man. Is there anything specific you need? Well, no, I'll get the doctor right away. He charges 2,000 nuyen, though. Well, it's probably worth it to get the thing out of my head. Come on in, Jake. Nice to meet you, Jake. I hear you have a problem with your head. Is that so? You couldn't be a bit more specific, could you? Bomb. Yes, nasty. Get up on the table here and I will disarm it immediately. Like, if you don't know where to go within 30 minutes, it's game over. So... You got the reputable doctor. Yeah. Once I finish here, Jake, maybe you'd like to take a look at some cyberware. Jake, I've managed to remove the Cortex bomb. It seems you have been fitted to protect your head computer. Whatever's stored in there must be very valuable. Little Johnny Mnemonic here going on. The data in your head computer looks like some biostorage graft. I couldn't access it with my equipment. The maker is Matrix Systems, a little outfit over by the bay. It's over by the bench. Have a look. The prices are very reasonable. I'm afraid I can't access it. You'll have to find someone who knows what it's in to get it out there. Do the storage drive. I want to watch that movie again now. That is so great. Skill software. Boost reflexes, I believe, is very good. 15,000, I don't have that yet. That one, I believe, is like the biggest like performance boost you can get in the game. Oh, I know it's terrible, but it's such a, you know, such a product of the times. And shot a lot here. The cool thing is I can now hack into computers. Although, probably should upgrade my cyber deck or my computer skill a little bit. It's very low right now. Now, Decker is like a hacker guy. Like, it's a classic guy, and yes, I just got to run over. This is set in Seattle, by the way, so the Seattle traffic is horrible, I guess. Great music. I love this game. I don't know. I always enjoyed the cyberpunk setting and things like that. I'm enjoying Cyberpunk 2077 from the setting. I liked Deus Ex Human Revolution, for example, for the setting. Things like that. I do enjoy those settings a lot. Cutscenes. But himself, I don't think he's called Decker. Yeah, I mean, there's so many references to the cyberpunk stuff in general. I mean, it takes very clear inspiration, but it's based on a tabletop RPG called Shadowrun. Now that we have a fixed cyber deck, we can actually hack stuff, so we're going to go do that to get some cash. But I want to upgrade my computer skill a little bit first. It's like when I played, for those that haven't played Human Revolution, when the game came out originally, I dumped points into hacking and, you know, that kind of stuff because it felt like part of the cyberpunk experience. And then the first boss fight you run into is a complete gun one. And like, you know, I can't do anything because I was just a dude with a hacker. I couldn't do anything. So it took me forever to beat the first boss. I think that in the Director's Cut edition, they allow you to win the boss fights using other methods as well, which is pretty welcome. Take care of this where we're at. I want new in from here. Thanks so much, Solar. Appreciate it very much. Always appreciate donations. Fix this dang door. Let's see. We have skills, computer. There we go. Don't have any magic yet, but now we can hack stuff. Yeah, interactive movies. That was on Sega CD? Yeah, I love everything that comes with tabletop, if you will, but I'm just terrible at it and time consumption. Yeah. It's pretty difficult, so. But yeah, really, really thank you, Solar. I do appreciate it. Depends on what the question is, Bruce. I can hack stuff now, but I can use basically my cyber deck. Was it here? No. But I will shoot you for your money. Potential karma. Yeah, karma. Yeah, we were talking about it. And then we drifted off something else. So now comes another thing you guys haven't seen, which is... Oops, not that. Which is using a cyber deck on a computer. And allows you to hack into the Matrix. Thank you, Revenant. I appreciate it. So, you're hacking in here. And the way it works, it's all a little bit like Minesweeper. But yeah, thank you, Revenant, for the kind donation. It's kind of like Minesweeper. You can see this says found 2 IC, and it means that 2 squares around me have an attack spot. When I press B, I can try and attack a square when I'm pointing to the right now. And I used a little bit of health doing that. If I walk into a square without attacking it and it attacks me, I take a lot of health damage. So I basically want to, every time I get found, there was a combat failed. Execute combat.exe. And I wanted data, and I can jack out. Jacked out. And I got data now, which gives me money. Stealing stuff, whatever. Bad news. No sign of your courier. Word on the street is that he got to Matrix System just before they were permanently shut down. Drake then sent a hit squad after it. Lustman. Basically, want to hack any computer you can find. That allows you to interact with it. I do not have Disciples 2 Gold. I think that's one of those, like... I'm not sure if I got it somewhere, or maybe I do. I'm not sure. I don't think so. I know there's some of the more, like, Disciples and Gothic and those kind of games that, kind of less known games. I should probably stream one of those too at some point. That's kind of how I lump it in anyway, so... yeah, it's crazy. Haha, I don't get it. It's crazy for CDs how revolutionary they were in the beginning. See how much more damage they take now here? I can get one more karma from here. There we go. Yeah. That's true. It was a good game though, but I was terrible at it, but it was a good game. Hi Zoe. You can come up, just no claws. Zoe's here. So now you notice we're back in the beginning area. Now we can like just freely move around within reason to a lot of these different places. So that's okay. Thanks for stopping by. See you later. I would like to see if maybe I can take less damage from that orc now. Because the extra cash will be handy to say the least. See how much karma I have. 3, yeah. And it's cool because as you progress in the story, there's more to unlock, more to do. It's a cool set of systems, actually. We're gonna try and go back to... Because I would like to buy that boost reflex. That may have to be the next one, but I don't know if I can... this is open now. I don't know if I can beat that orc. Orc. But we're gonna try again, just in case. I'd also progress because by now later on you'll get more and more money. You know, unlock more and more things with computers, and again that gives you more money. So, hacking computers. It's a deep game, and I really got stuck into it because you kind of want to see what's next, and there's tons of extra stuff to do in this game now. It really opens up now. There's a lot more you can do, and there are places you can go. You can walk into some buildings that are like basically heavily fortified, and you get killed immediately. That you can get in later as you progress. Let's see where I'm at Karma now. Go back and sleep on my box here. My body's at 7. My firearm's at 7, so that's as high as I can get there now. For my computer skill, my hacking. I think Charisma only helps when you're hiring Shadowrunners. I'm not really planning on hiring Shadowrunners. You can. Because they can help you in some combat scenarios, and Charisma helps you keep them longer. Do this too. Saving. Make sure it's saved it to ROM there. Let's see if I have any chance at all to damage this orc now with the upgraded weapon and the higher armor. Wow. I don't think I have a chance at this dude until I have much higher armor, because he was hitting me for like 12. So... wrecked. That was the wicked wrecked, son. I'm back. Oh, yeah, maybe. I haven't really heard of that one. I've heard of Disciples too. What is it? A RPG? I can't remember. Action RPG stuff, or is it strategy or something? Well, if you want to, I'm not gonna ask you to send off stuff that you might want or use. But otherwise, I will surely stream the game at some point. We're gonna go to the new areas. Alright. Yep. I'm glad to hear it, Solar. Just keep your chin up, fight the good fight, and keep doing what you're doing, so... have a good one, and I'll see you next time. Thanks again for that donation. Maybe I'll remember what I need to do by then. Whee! Oof, Zoe just sneezed. Yeah, I don't remember Disciples. I kind of sworn there was like 1, 2, and gold too, but... Zoe, no. Zoe's here. There was 2 places to get out of this, yeah. So now you open up to basically a pretty big city area here. Random fights. I think we probably need to go deal with the rust stilettos now. Alright, Revenant, thanks for stopping by. Boy, there's a lot of fighting going on here. I know. I will regret it later, but... it is what it is. Have to find some computers. Yeah, for my Grail computer that showed up on eBay for $700. Cool. What's in here then? I don't remember. Oh, you can sleep here, I think. Darn music, them Shadowrunner types blasting away without racket at all hours. No wonder guests don't stay long. Looking for a room? There's only one left. First room on the left. 50 new. And you want it? Yeah, probably should. Well, should probably save here. I think this is the only place to sleep in this map, so yeah. $50 new is nothing after a while here, so I don't have to run all the way back. If we happen to die on our next mission here now. So I think we do need to go and take care of the rust stilettos, but we are upgraded now. So we have the upgraded weapon and stuff like that. I don't think we can get into this bar yet. There's a lot of hitmen around here. I think their body armor is stronger now too, so my gun does less damage. Cruel man. Don't look like a regular bulb. The jagged nail is for Shadowrunners only. Come back when you're a little less green. Sorry I can't help you tonight. You maybe need 50 new and a good rep before you'll grace the inside of this walls. Now jet. Fine. I think we need to take care of the rust stilettos. If I remember right, you basically have to clear that gang out and it unlocks even more stuff. But again, it's pretty open here. You don't get much guidance on where to go now. What new would I have now? 5,000, okay. It's raining. It's been raining all day now for basically 2 days straight, which was a bit odd here in the Midwest. We planted some stuff last weekend, some wife did in the front yard with some nice little bushes and stuff like that and some flowers, and I'm afraid they're gonna drown. We have a lot of these buildings here that are extremely high security. You walk in there and you have a bad time. Basically the end level buildings. Running there, you just get shot down pretty quick. Karma. It's like job market. Massive work rate. Yeah, it's a pretty adult game. I mean, you don't associate that with the Super Nintendo, but I mean, Nintendo's always had some games that have been a little more adult-oriented, but this one is definitely on the, I don't know what's in here. An office. Maybe some computers in here. Yes, sir. Can we hack it? Yes, we can. Look at that matrix in ASCII. It's true, yeah. Jack out. Let's see what we got. Data fall obtained. 2,000 millions. That's ours now. Yes, that's a mage casting a fireball. I get into that kind of stuff here soon. So what was the thing there? MTAI. Examine. Anti-AI program finally complete. Couriers to deliver it to Pushkin. Cortex bomb will be implanted to protect the data. All other copies destroyed. Writes off. So anti-AI program. I don't remember if I like understood the story when I was a kid. So, oh my goodness, that's a lot of bad guys. Because now I don't think I want to go into real combat here until I heal up, which means going back to the... There's no way I should go into real combat now. That would just totally screw me over. I'll go sleep again. The gun did actually change in how it looks too. It looks more like a musket, but, you know, whatever works. Yeah, there's certain things that are learned, right? I learned the fascinating way that is used to train AI. Like, they have one that is surely the thing you need to identify, one that is surely not the thing that you need to identify, and then some questionable ones that the AI thinks are accurate, and they want you to identify that. And that's how they basically use the captchas to learn, to teach the AI which ones are the ones. So, Or you can mess it up completely by messing with it, I guess. Alright. I'll take the room again. I don't want to die here now. You do get a heal spell later, which makes it a lot easier to keep running around longer. I have 3 karma. Save that, I think. There we go. Might get more body later, but right now I'm going to save that because I do think I get magic here pretty soon, which then you have to put points in to use. I can't. Just don't want her walking on the keyboard and turning off the stream. Great music in this game. Trying to run down the street here. And again, it's playing on a mystery. You kind of forget that you're not playing on a real console. As corny as that sounds, it is just like, you know, playing with a Super Nintendo-like controller, and it plays basically the same. So, which makes this device so cool. Goodness, so many bad guys. Do I have a key? Key won't fit. I think I have no more. Door key. No. Oh, hello, dog. Go and do not return until you have the 3 items from my followers. 1 of the earth, 1 of the creature, and 1 of a man. So I need to figure that out. I think I looked that up. I think 1 is the collar, 1 is the bone. I need something from earth, I think. This is the Rustiletto's hideout. Maybe not. I'm in the wrong spot then. I think there's a... yeah. Why wouldn't it be an octopus? Shooting the octopus, not hitting it very hard. Come on. Come on, octopus. Black ink. We'll need that for 2,000 million. I'll take that. 9,250. I do believe I need a container to pick that up, so I have to come back. I went to the wrong place, so... I'm trying to find the Rustiletto's hideout. And now I'm trying to remember now, because you need something of... from his followers. So you need something from the earth. And I have the collar, I have the bone, I think. But I don't remember what the third thing is. 1 of the earth, 1 of a creature, 1 of man. That's true. Inkjet's always running out. I may have to look that up because I don't remember. And you unlock more and more spells by bringing the dog more things. Yeah, no map here. You just gotta explore and find your way, and it gets pretty open-ended here. I don't know, the graphics drew me in when I was younger, and the gameplay really got me hooked. It's that, like, you're constantly progressing a little bit. And it has a lot of qualities about it that I think you find in modern games with, you know, your... I mean, not skill tree per se, but pretty close. You upgrade your karma, the karma system to upgrade your stats. That gets you more things. You know, finding unlockables. You don't have to get all the spells in the game, but you can. To bring everything to him. There you go. It's true. Yeah, shoot me more. I just want to sleep so I can heal. Yep. In here. Use. I don't think it uses any of that at all, actually. We have 8 karma. So I understand the firearm has no need of doing higher. So we'll save it for now. Yeah, I read it up on, apparently you get basically 100% accuracy at 7 in firearms. There's no point in doing higher. So don't waste points on it. Then it's up to the accuracy of the gun to decide the rest. Yeah, I don't think there's anything that uses Mode 7 in this game. Sadly enough, it's just what you see is what you get now from the graphics perspective. Maybe it's up here that the Rustiletto gang hide is. Yeah, I think so. That looks like a mine there. I want to get close to that. It's a grenade. It's in here then, I don't remember. Okay. Rough speed here. Another bar. Whee! Really bounces down the stairs. You can hire all these dudes, but... Happen, you gone underground lately? Iced tea, I'll have to hold the ice. Sorry, no ice. The freezer's on the fritz. We're waiting on a delivery. That's right. We're gonna try and I think the Rustiletto's gang hideout is here somewhere, but he gets so much damage. It would be good if I can get the heal, but I just don't remember where the... So I won't take the time to look that up, otherwise I can. Basically finding the first dog spell. Back off, chummer. You're on Rustiletto's turf. Get off our zone, Dreckhead, or I'll wear your fingers as jewelry. Yep, throwing Molotov cocktails there. Just the 3 items I need for the dog. They're all little puzzles or riddles. Karma. Door's locked. I think I got the iron key here. That's a pretty good throw there. It would be real nice to have that heal spell now, but... 3 karma, alright. More dudes. Well, this is good for karma farming, but I'm afraid I'm gonna die here now. It's a crowbar. Come in handy. Channel my inner freeman there. Oh, cheese it. I think we can heal and come back and fight that, because there's no way I'm able to survive that many deuterinos in there. Wait, I may have to look it up. I just don't remember. Let's see. Dog items. Looking it up. Let's see. Free spell, no. Cool bone. We need that. One of the components needed to gain the spell Powerball. Dog collar. We need the enchanted leaves, I think, wherever those are. City section 3 dragon. Okay, I have to take care of these guys first. That is the first thing to do. I can't even get in. Oops, that's a grenade. I almost blew myself up there. Nothing to see here. Yeah, that's right. I have to just progress more before I can get magic. I was hoping to get that here soon because the heal spell makes a big difference. Be able to heal yourself. Run around. I have to run back to the bed constantly. But I don't have a choice here. I could buy a whole bunch of slap patches, but that's not really practical either. But I believe the progress in that gang hideout there now is saved, if that makes sense. Maybe we'll sleep. Yep, there you go. Well, I have a lot of... Alright, we'll upgrade my body a little more. There we go. Thanks for stopping by, Bruce. Probably time for you to go to bed. Yeah, it's getting close to that here, too. For another half an hour or so. It'd be nice if we can get the first magic, but then, considering like how long we played, this is not a evening complete game almost. I mean, you can complete in a sitting, but it would take a long time. There's a lot more to do in the game if you're so inclined, so... Alright, see you later. But, I mean, the SNES has a few games like this. Try to think of other games that are on this caliber as far as size goes, because, I mean, even Super Metroid or Zelda 3, those do take a while to complete. Like, you can't just steamroll through those very quickly. I mean, I know we can't. Super Metroid, the good ending is beating it in less than 3 hours, right? So that's definitely possible. That's more of an action title. But this game has a lot of stuff, especially if you don't know where to go. I mean, there's a lot of exploration and things you have to do here to get this far. Yeah, maybe. It'll be fun to complete this one, I guess so. Ow. See who wins the race here now. Whew, you're dead, Armitage. You dogged me. Drake's gonna fry you. Don't even try running. You can't hide from Drake. He's gonna rip you apart, Armitage. Drake's not gonna let you live your history. Ah. Nice karma from it, though. Password. Is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Awesome, will do. Appreciate it. I'll let you sleep first, though. Let's see. What was the password? Drake 0065. Yeah, super evil secret corporation. That basically uses the name of the corporation and the password. Genius. I gotta run and heal and save. Don't shoot me. It's running through. Yeah, still appreciate the offer, so if you change your mind, let me know. Oh, jeez. I remember this being the tricky part of any time you're playing like this, because it's just like, I need to get through. and you're just beat to shreds and have no way of recovering health, and you're just getting bombarded by all these assassins or hitmen. Yep, here to spend some money on the room again. I don't have a choice. Use. Got a lot of karma, but I don't think I need to spend on anything, so... It's not right now. Plus, I should probably spend on more computer stuff, too, to hack. But I think I can get into the club now, because I took care of their leader here now. Can't see you shooting me. So yeah, it's got to, you know, sometimes it get a little repetitive in the gameplay loop, but there's always trying to figure out where to go and what to do and who to talk to. Oh, timer always room for a true Shadowrun. You handle a stiletto gang mighty fine. A little busier than usual tonight. You want to come in? 50 new in. Go right ahead, buddy. See, because I took care of Jagged Nails. I'm your waitress for tonight. Is there anything I can get you? I don't know what to ask you about. I'm not sure I have anything that would be interesting here. Yes, in terms of Fox. There was someone who saved... Basically, when Jake gets gunned down in the beginning of the game, he gets healed and saved, and that's her healing her, so... Her healing him. Nice outfit, very street level, not like some weirdos we had in here. Unusual aftershave. Oodles of entertainment tonight. Kitsune's performing until 12, and I get off at 1. We'll catch her act if you've got the time. She uses this place as a cover to pick up on any good runs on offer. Let's see what it said on the thing. Jen leaves. City sections read Jagged Nails, Kitsune. You gotta talk to her then, but... There she is. Talk. You're cute. You don't remember me, do you? Your spirit guide sent me to heal you before the morgue guys took you away. I got there just in time. He will guide you in your destiny. Here, take these enchanted leaves. They will help you if you're in trouble again. Ooh. I feel like I should ask her about everything here now. I remember doing this as a kid too, just basically going through all of them to see if there's anything you need at all. I'm a shapeshifter, silly. What's the matter? Never seen a fox before? I guess not. Looks interesting, but I've never seen anything like it before. So I got the magic fetish from the shaman, so... That's all... Much as I hate to do this, I'm gonna have to ask you for 3,000 new if you want me on a run. Nope, I'm not gonna... I don't need that. I even my leaves now. I think that's all I need to go to the shaman, or to get my first spell. Dog collar. Let's see, there's something else I need. Magic fetish and enchanted leaves. 3 items from dog followers. Earth, man, and creature. Gives you the heal spell. Yes, please. Let's go get that. This will help a lot. Our first spell. Which is really important because you get a lot of spells in the game, but the heal is by far the most useful one. Now we can upgrade right away to make it more effective too. It heals more for each use, and it will give you a big leg up in combat. I'm not sure if I can still beat that orc though, even with that, because that was a little ridiculous. May have to get a better body armor to be able to do that. There's also a reflex booster that we saw earlier for 15,000 new yen. That makes a big difference in your damage output. You can shoot faster, so I believe it's one of the best, like, bang for your buck upgrades in the game, so we'll have to get that soon. 9,000. If I could win against that orc, I would get that cash, but I don't think that's practical. Unless I can find more computers to hack. There's so many, like, people hidden in all these bushes and everything. Get out of there. But yeah, it might be a fun game to actually finish out at some point. So I enjoy this a lot. It's got everything I like in the game, which is, again, sucker for isometric, cool graphics, story, progression, you know, upgrades, all the good stuff. So, I mean, let's be fair, most games from this era tried to be pretty action-oriented or platformer or whatever it might be, you know. And the reason they throw all these hitmen at you, of course, is so that the game doesn't get stale as you're running around trying to figure out what to do. It gives you something to do. Boy. Take a lot of hits there. Let's go in here. I think this is where it was. You have done well, mortal. Take this spell. It will heal your mortal wounds. I am Huchaniqua, the spirit of the dog. I smell the power burning in your soul. Prove to me that you are truly a friend to the dog, and I shall grant you my guidance. Destroy the rat shaman, and then return. You will find the entrance to his lair, where souls are at rest. Go now. Do not return until you have vanquished your enemy. Fine. I know I have a spell. Gotta equip it first. My magic's pretty low. I can upgrade my mana. Now I can actually heal. Very useful. But yeah, it costs 5 magic, so that makes combat, of course, now my survivability increase dramatically, and also my ability to explore more. We're going to upgrade our magic and our heal spell right away, I think. You get other spells too. There's free spells, stuff like that, and there's armor spells. But yeah, the heal is definitely the one you want to get ASAP. Makes a big difference. Get a little karma farming on the way here. So we basically need to get into where souls rest, so aka there's a cemetery somewhere we have to get into. And the rat spirit. And it's really complex, and I think about it now, like, you know, it's hard to make these kind of systems work in a game like this. They did the best they could, but it also has the hallmarks of game design back in the day where you were expected to figure things out a lot on your own, you know. A game like this in modern time would probably have a lot of waypoints and maps and things like that, which makes it easier to play, but it takes away a little bit of the accomplishment, perhaps. There's a lot of games now I see that remove or give you a lighter HUD option, for example, which is pretty cool. Let's upgrade our magic. Magic. Heal. There we go. Now we should be able to heal a lot more frequently too. We have the heal spell equipped, yep, and we have 50 mana now. I need to go find the rat dude. We're gonna get shot everywhere. Well, maybe I should try and fight the orc now. But try it. I mean, that thing took me down a lot, but I could heal my full health bar now. Maybe I could brute force it. That'd be fun to try. Why not? It'll give me a boost in cash, too. Let's give it a shot. Surely it will work on first try, and I won't get immediately taken care of. I think it did an admirable job with the graphics too, as far as like the detail, because it is pretty detailed, and there's a lot of little stuff in the game that just look neat. They took their time to make it look cool for what it is. So again, this is dystopian future Seattle. Nice little train scene here. You can't skip that. It's not a loading screen. It just looks neat. That's all. Question is if I can heal myself fast enough to actually do damage on this dude. How many shots I can get in before he just destroys me, but... oh, I just smacked the door in my face. Let's give it a try. Funny, no one else had anything to say anything after I took care of King there. Everyone's living in fear of him and took care of him, and it was all tube TVs. They look like tube TVs. Save game. Says anyone has played this game before? It seemed like it was. I was surprised to hear that. It sounded like no one really had played it. I mean, I got into it just because we had it as a rental, which was this rental right here, but I figured other people would have tried it or seen it. I think it was featured like in the PC Gamer magazine I had features of this and Mega Man X at the same time. I think it came out about the same time, and I think I ended up spending money on Mega Man X since I could rent this one. Haha, brute force it. 7,000 new yen. Alright. We're gonna go buy that reflex booster and come back, and then... the heal made a big difference, because I gotta heal my entire health bar. And, yeah. I think we can finish out the fight here soon, but... without my health bar, I mean, I had to do my 2 full health bar there to, even had a chance, but... I think this is the things that I like about this game, too, is kind of like this, you know, you're earning the progression, and you'll drip feed of upgrades, stuff like that, and there's a lot of upgrades in this game, and there's things you get all the time, and it's got a little bit of a, I mean, Metroidvania, I shouldn't say that, because it's not, like, you're not gated progression from your abilities. That's kind of the definition of a Metroidvania, I think. Your abilities unlock more paths, and it's not doing that here. The story progresses, and the characters you interact with help you progress. But still, you're constantly given upgrades. I always enjoy that in games. Seattle Metro. I've been on that monorail in Seattle. Cool. I'd love to visit that again. I only visited one time so far, and it's a really neat city. Explore it some more. That cool music. So yeah, we're gonna go buy the reflex booster, which I believe lets us shoot much, much faster. And by virtue of doing that, our damage output is increased dramatically. Run me over! And everything you do in the game that has any, like, real weight is usually combat. Like, that's... There's definitely hacking stuff that comes into play later that are important, but other than that, it's combat. It's what you do. That's true, they're just hanging out in there. They just don't know where else to go, I guess, so. What, I can't get on the point? Talk to you first. Yeah, just open the door. Jeez. Of course he's free. These neural boosters are popular at the moment, but they are not cheap. Do you want to buy them for 15,000? Yes, please. Okay, come over to the table, Jake, and I'll insert it for you. Open wide. Damn. Get those reflex boosters in. This won't hurt a bit. Nice. And what's this? Skill software. The tray is skill software. Skill software, not a bad choice, so you want to improve your leadership for a little bit now. You just turn away from me. He got picked off on it and buy that. Got anything in here I can have? Got anything good to eat? Fridge rating. Alright, now let's see if we can do the next combat tier. Oh wow, yeah, I can shoot a lot faster now. They're doubling the damage output there. Oh, well, that's a big difference. So let's see if we can beat the next one. I don't know how many more there are left now. Poured on. Don't really get tired of this music. A little square here and everything. It's like I just really enjoy pixel art when it's in the isometric perspective. I don't know what it is with it, but it makes it look like a little diorama or something. It's really neat. I just think they're really neat. Okay, let's see how many of those fights are left now. That heal makes a big difference, of course, and then reflex boosters gave us a big leg up. And you smack yourself in the face with the door. That is possible. We avoided it this time. And let's go save, and then see what we can do. I think you have to buy all the cyberware he has, so he might get more later, like it's unlocked automatically as you progress too, so. But we do have to buy some things from the shaman and the shop as well. Fun to see if my save is still on this PAL card here. I assume it would be. Those batteries last a long time. But they do expire eventually, of course. What's the real one? Well, he's not doing much damage, but I'm not doing much damage to him either. He won't punch longer. The game can't keep up with all these copies here. Your buddy's dead. He's dead, Jim. Pretty easy fight. I remember, like, once you get over the hill here of these fights, it gets easier and easier. 8,000! I think at this point you can just beat them now, especially with the heal. It gives you a lot of cash, so. I like this way of doing it a lot better. With the car yard. And karma for that too, right? 12. We'll save that for now. I think I will have to upgrade my computer skill. Will make the hacking a lot easier. Gives you more health in there. Gives you able to fight the bigger computer protection or viruses, whatever you call them. I think they're called ICE. Get this too. Make sure it saves. Nobody left to fight here. What? Aw. We are the champions. I'll do a victory lap. I got a copyright mark on singing that song now. Okay, well, I have done everything I can here. Now we're gonna go buy some stuff from the shaman shop. We got 10,000. All right. And the leadership thing is basically a software. It just increases like how long does Shadowrunner stay with you, and it artificially boosts that instead of using karma for it. And I don't think it's worth the money, but. Yeah, that's what I remember too. Once you're like to the point where you're just kind of traversing the world, it gets a little tiring. You're just shot at so much. Part of the game. So that's the weapon store here, but here we have the shaman shop. Welcome to my shop. There's many talismans for your selection. Look around. Sure, there's something you'll like. Can't help you there, sorry. You need a special plan to cast such a spell. I'm afraid I've sold them all. Can't help you there. I can get his number somewhere. You shaman? You need talisman to cast magic. My number is 41. Okay. We'll need that for later. A shaman can find almost anything he needs to give power to his spells. If I do not have it, then you best seek it yourself. I think you need to buy pretty much all of this stuff. It costs lots of money. Let's see, I can't remember. We should have gone to Doggin, so I asked next what he needs. Let's see, blue bottle. Free spell. What's a blue bottle? There's a lot of stuff to keep track of in this one. But I don't think we need to get the stake just yet. Ooh, 6,000. We will need that. So we can pick up the ink with that, I think. What was the other component for the ink? I'm cheating. I look it up in a guide now, so. Oh well. What's the other thing with the pool of ink? A spell component for the free spell. Other one. The ghoul bone, and then the power. Okay, there's a paperweight too we have to go get. I think I know where that is. Invisibility. Maybe that's it. Summon spirit. Fine. We'll come back to that later here now, but there's a lot to keep track of in this game. There's a lot of complex systems in it. Again, for being SNES, it feels like it's surprisingly complex. But I can heal now. And you get like fireballs and stuff like that, but they're not as strong as your gun, really. You can't upgrade them a lot. I don't think I ever really pursue that. That's one option to, as you progress in the game, to basically say I'm going to do spells mostly, you know. Yeah, it's a cool game. Now, the biggest thing is just remembering what to do and where to go, but it's worth playing through. It's enjoyable. And I am curious to try the Genesis version more, because I played a little bit, and it's not It's a top-down completely. It's not isometric at all, which, of course, you know, not as exciting, perhaps. But it's got a great following, too, and that's much more trying to stay true to the RPG itself, or the tabletop, with open-ended missions and things like that. I think it has a random generation of missions, too, like where to go and, you know, what to do. This is, of course, as you can tell, very, very linear. Besides the bad guys popping up, it's, you know, incredibly linear, so... I think we need to go to the graveyard, which might be here. Yeah, look at that. Open. There's ghouls, why wouldn't it be? Some fast ghouls. Sees it. Yeah, you're fighting rats now. Lots of rats. Rats don't seem to be doing much yet. I think they shoot things at you. Evil rats, because they got red eyes. Well, that's hard so far. It's getting to the point now where I don't remember that much of the game. I played the beginning a lot. Stop nibbling at me. Nope, I didn't want to do that. I don't know that they respawn. You're basically clearing this area, so... Yeah, there we go. They're... rapid firing, whatever that is. What is that? It's hard, too. Really, what are they shooting? Whatever. They're gone now. Yeah, I think this is a dead end, but at least karma for me here. It's funny, I saw a thing, like, I love this art style, for sure. They're flinging them at, I guess. The art style, I really, really enjoy it, which is no secret by now, but, it's fascinating. I saw something with the new Monkey Island coming out, and Ron Gilbert was saying, like, you know, I'm really excited about that one, and people are like, oh, why isn't it pixel art? And he's like, we did the best we could. As soon as EJ was available, we used that. As soon as VJ was available, we used that. And he regretted doing the Thimbleweed Park in a pixel style because he didn't want to make a throwback game. That's what he's doing now with Monkey Island. This is the next best Monkey Island he could make today. So he didn't like that people were calling for a pixel art game. Of course, I mean, I love the originals and everything, but it is just makes sense. A lot of times we consider retro, right? But it was a cutting edge at the time, so. Stupid rat. I think I have that heal. Won't have to run back all the time. I can cast that like 3 more times, maybe. See if there's a boss. I probably should have saved it so that... I have to come back here, my goodness. Not annoying at all. Throwing rat droppings at me. 2 karma. Again, nothing here. I think it was just a farming place. So I had 34. Cost like 8 each time I cast it, I think. So I think I still have some to go then. What a difference that makes. I mean, if I didn't have the heal now at that level, I would have to run back every time. Doesn't seem like that great of a rat to me. Giant rat. That was a great rat. I think the boss is here now, but we want to clear out everything else because I don't want to get shot by those other things. Yep, the rat shaman. Not to be confused with the Rat King from TMNT. Hey. Not cool, dude. Well, that's not fair. I think it slows down to the point where in some spots I can't use the fast fire. Ah. The problem now, because if I'm still... It's weird, man. The dog shaman and who knows what. Stop freezing me, you jerk. There we go. Oh, woe is me. The rat shaman has been defeated, Jake. You are getting good at this. Do you think you are a match for the jester? You like the games, little man? How about one where you guess my name? If you return lacking that simple truth, I'm afraid there's no losers. I'll just vaporize you. Haha. Not so fast. You'll leave me no time to toy with you, and nevertheless, you are wrong. Do not return as foolish as you are. $3,000 nougat. Alright, we'll take that. There. Did your little dirty D there, dog man. Alright, I think we're going to return that to the dog, and then we might be done for the evening here instead of starting something new. But, again, there's more. The game just keeps growing here. It adds more and more stuff. Like, there's more story, more stuff, and the... If you like tactical combat, the new Shadowrun returns on PC, and they're usually dirt cheap. Has similar storylines. I mean, it's not a remake; it's a, you know, sequel basically. It's really good, and I should probably sleep here. It's kind of like if you want a more modern touch, but set in the same universe. It is really good. It goes even deeper into the environment and everything, and it was a successful Kickstarter. And then they made 2 sequels as well. Dragonfall was really good. I have not played Hong Kong really at all, so... I think I finished... Oh my goodness, I have a lot of karma. There we go. Upgrade everything. Early morning, or the birds out singing, I'm sure. But I believe I finished, yeah, Shadowrun Returns. It's a game I beat. But then, I've not finished Dragonfall yet, and I really should get back to that too. It is a really good game. Fantastic character, great story, good tactical combat, twists and turns, and it's a really good cyberpunk tactical RPG. And it basically, in this world here, dragons do come back and exist, and that's one of the things with Dragonfall. It comes in and causes havoc and stuff. Let's just say the word Drake here, the character or the supposed bad guy to run into might be a literal Drake, so, you know, we'll get to that. Slap base. Did a dirty work. That reflex booster just makes a big difference in damage output. There's another dude here somewhere. Where? How? Some cash. I can't believe the difference it made in fighting King instead of bribing him to get out. They do dirty work. You've done well. You have served Huchinkwa. You have cleaned the world of an enemy. Dog takes you as his own. From this time, you travel with Huchinkwa at your side. Jake, you're in truth a shaman. Follow your calling. You know it has to be true. Technology has been thrust upon you. You are fated to use it to destroy your nemesis. I am Huchinkwa, the spirit of a dog. I will guide you to your destiny. That answer is hidden in the mists. A powerful enemy, he toys with you. He is a spirit of technology and decay. Find such a place, and you will have found his lair. Recite his true name, and you will have bound him to your will. Anything else you can tell me? A serpent who walks like a man. You will not defeat him with your own power. Capture a mighty spirit and use this your weapon against Drake. I wish you could quickly switch pages here, but you cannot, so. To cast Powerball, you will need 2 items which have not rested on the earth. I think I know what that is, but let's run and save, and we'll call it good here, because it is easy game to keep going, but I mean, it's probably at least a couple to 3 more hours to beat this game, I think. Even playing it like this, where I'm getting, you know, remembering a lot of stuff, know where the guides are, I mean, it's probably still I don't know, 5-6 hour game if you just race through it. If you do everything, it might be up to 10 hours, something like that, which is pretty impressive for a Super Nintendo game. Because a lot of the later, like, you assault like a skyscraper and stuff like that, those things take a long time to get there. And it's slow going, and that adds a lot of padded time, honestly, so. Well, thanks for hanging out again. You're a very, very early morning. I guess it's not so very early anymore, it's just morning. I gotta figure out a better solution for streaming console games and stuff like that, because I have my head twisted over here. Just running to save. I gotta pay again. This guy is making bank now on me just running here and not wanting to run back to my free bed. Talk. Yes. Close the door at least. Save. Alright, there you go. Save, alright. Saving. But yeah. It's a cool game. I think it's well worth playing. You can play it on any emulator, whatever you find it. I don't know that it's available on, for example, the Switch SNES thing or whatever, but not hard to find this game, whatever, unless you happen to have the original rental copy, of course. Just missing the back. But, you know, missing the manual, because people stole that too, so. Anyway, late here as well, so I really appreciate everyone watching, hanging out, chatting, and I will see you next week, hopefully at regular time. I'm planning on being on Thursday again, so thanks for hanging out. Check out the game. It's a cool game. Have a good one. Good night.